Welcome to another episode of Mr. J's Workshop. We're just going to do a recap of the Rudder Workshop, which happened the 23rd, 24th of February, 2024. This is the fourth year that Bill, Mark, and myself hosted the Rudder Workshop from Zenith. Thank you, Sebastian and Roger, for coming down here every year for doing this. This year, by far, I think was the greatest year. We had such a big turnout. The weather was perfect. The kits, they were put together a lot quicker and a lot simpler than the previous years because of all the improvements that Zenith dedicates to make these kits easier to put together and accessible to purchase. They extended the manufacturer's building. They grow it larger now. They have more CNC machines for making the parts. It shows. It shows here this weekend. The rudders were going together so quickly and easily that there was minimum questions from anyone how to put it together. Hats off. Because the weather was so perfect out here, Daryl Towers and Jimmy Young brought their 750s out here, and they were giving demo rides. And it pretty much went on all day long doing demo rides. People were very impressed with the aircraft, and I heard there was possible orders after that. Great weather. Also, we had Doug and Ken who flew in a cruiser. This cruiser was beautiful. Most of all the trim work was 3D printed by Doug, and it was just beautiful. We also had some 601s fly in and wanted to see what was happening here. And Stan Smith, he has his plane next door. He just had crowds around it just to see how it went together and see where it's at. It's a very nice aircraft. Also, here in Texas, we had another maiden flight out of Geronimo Air Park. Jan went over with Frank. I'm not sure what Frank's last name is, but Frank finished his 750 stall aircraft out there in Geronimo. Jan came out and did the maiden flight on the stall. So now we have another stall flying in the area here in Bernie. It's all good stuff. We had our first female builder building by herself.
It's Bridget Morgan. That's my husband Hank, and we are here to do the 750 Cruiser Rudder, and we have a 701 named Angel. She's about 99% complete with 100% to go, and then we have a 750. We have to put her him back together as Ghost, and then we're getting a 750 Cruiser kit. So that'll be both of us fly, and we just finished our hangar in Strawn, Texas. And I get to build this one myself.
Grandfather and grandsons.
Right here? Yeah, I'm Jay Gibbs. This is my grandson, Jaden. I am
Building together, husband and wife building together. Pretty much the majority of the workshop was all local Texans. We did have one person, Dimitri. It was really nice meeting you and talking to you. He came out from California. He's our furthest builder this year. But all in all, it was a great time. We try to do this every year, roughly about February. Keep a track for next year. Hopefully we can see you next year. And follow us along here on Mr. J's Workshop on the updates here. The updates. I hate saying it's difficult doing videos because it still looks the same. And there was a lot of comments, it still looks the same. We're going to work harder. we're going to work harder and try to get it done this year. I got to think positive, one step at a time, get her done. So we're going to keep working at it. But here's some videos and slides from the Rudder Workshop, and we look forward to seeing you next year. And you have yourself a great day. And before I forget, there were so many people who came to the workshop, and not only did they come to the workshop, they might have brought something for people to eat, or they were answering questions that they knew. They were a very important part of the Rudder Workshop in just socializing. I want to thank all those people who I didn't mention earlier for your coming out, supporting us, and helping us to make this Rudder Workshop so successful. Hats off. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.
So how was your flight?
It was amazing.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm ready to have one.
Excellent. Well, it was really neat to see because your husband is up in the other airplane, correct?
Yes, he is.
That's awesome. You guys could have been out flying formation, huh?
Oh my gosh. What a dream. It was off the ground like that in no time.
Yeah.